Welcome back to Delectable You, recipes for food and for life. Today we are making some vegan paleo zucchini banana muffins. I started making these because sometimes I eat muffins and some chocolate around my 18-month-old and she wants it, and I really just don't want her having chocolate and sugar right now. So I was like, you know what? I have to come up with a recipe, a muffin recipe that has no sugar in it, that's vegan, that's gluten-free, that I can give to her and feel good about. So I came up with this recipe. There's no refined sugar. The only sweetener in it is bananas. And you know what happened? I ended up liking them myself, and the adults who are here who tested them out also liked them. So this is an adult and kid-friendly recipe, and I'm gonna show you what to do. So first thing we're gonna do is we're going to put our wet ingredients in a bowl, and then we're gonna deal with the dry ingredients. So I've already mashed up 2 bananas in this bowl, as you can see. Not perfectly mashed. There's still, some chunks in it, because it's kind of fun when you bite into a muffin and there's like a chunk of banana. So we've got that. And then, as you can see, I've already grated some zucchini. And I grated too much because I'm going to save some for another recipe that I'll show you next time. But yeah, just use your regular old cheese grater to grate some zucchini. And we're going to add about, let's say, like a cup and a half of zucchini. That's about a cup and a half. There we go. Let's just say a cup and a half for those of you who like to be exact. And I'm going to move this out of the way. Okay, now we're going to add 2 tablespoons of applesauce. This is unsweetened organic applesauce. All right, so this is a little bit of it's a sweetener because it's apple, but it's not extra sweetened. Then we're gonna add 1 teaspoon of vanilla, real vanilla, none of the junk ingredients, okay? I'm talking like caramel color, none of that. Okay, now we're gonna add 1/4 cup of melted coconut oil. All right, and then we're gonna add 1/2 cup of either unsweetened almond or coconut milk. You can use rice milk too if you like. You can use soy, but I'm not a huge fan of the soy stuff. Okay, so now let's just mix this all together. Set that aside. Now grab another bowl and we're gonna put some dry ingredients in here. So I've got 1 3/4 cup of paleo flour. So this paleo flour, Bob's Red Mill, Bob's Red Mill, the company itself has come up with something ingenious, which is this paleo flour, and it's almond flour, arrowroot starch, coconut flour, and tapioca flour. So it takes all the guesswork out of you. So for those of you who are grain-free, gluten-free, paleo, this is good for you. Okay, so we've got 1 3/4 cups. Then we're gonna add 1/4 cup of almond meal, just a little bit extra for good measure. We're gonna add 1/4 cup of flax meal. This is going to replace your egg. This and the applesauce is gonna replace your egg. We're gonna add 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of xanthan gum. You can use guar gum as well. And 1/2 teaspoon of sea salt. Okay, so now I'm just gonna mix this all together, and whenever it comes to these grain-free flours, I always like to stir with a fork and use my other hand to mash up any of the lumps and stuff that you find in here. A lot of the time the baking soda gets really lumpy, and sometimes the flour can, and I just want it to be nice and even. Okay. All right, now let's marry these 2 together. Take your wet ingredients and put them into your dry ones. All right, and now just mix this all together until it just comes together. Okay, this is about just incorporated. Just don't want to over mix it. It doesn't actually matter so much when you're doing vegan, gluten-free over mixing, because you don't have any butter and eggs to worry about. But I guess it's just an old habit. Okay, so now we just have to bake them. So I've already got the oven preheating to 350 Fahrenheit, and I've got a pan with my trusty silicone baking cups, as always, and I've got an ice cream scoop. So I'm just gonna take an ice cream scoop full of batter and put it in the cup and fill the cups until I'm finished. All right, oh, look at that, perfect. Just enough batter to make, what is this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 15 muffins. Oh yeah, all right. All right, so now we'll just put these in the oven. We're gonna bake them for about 20 minutes, 10 minutes, then turn them and bake them another 10 minutes. So make sure that they bake evenly. It smells like muffins in here. Oh yeah. Gosh, these look so good. Hello, muffins. Oh yes. Look at that. It's so crazy. Paleo, vegan, gluten-free, whoever you are, however you eat, you can eat these and you'll love these. They're so, so yummy and moist, and you can feel really good about eating them and feeding them to your family, no matter the age, though probably not below 6 months because they can't really eat yet. So that's it. That's how you make these lovely muffins. I keep these in the fridge actually for, I would say, up to like 4 or 5 days. And then if you don't think you can eat 15 of these glorious muffins within that amount of time, then I would just individually wrap them and freeze them so that you can just pull them out whenever you feel like having a muffin. It's a perfect snack to pick up on your way to work. Smear some almond butter on there if you want a little extra protein and some extra oomph to make it more filling, or coconut, melted coconut oil. Oh my gosh, so good. So many ways to enjoy them. I hope that you love them as much as my family does. Thank you so much for joining me. This has been Lauren with Delectable You, and I will see you again next time.